Namaste, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. Please, as always, practice according to your abilities and your comfort level. If you go to a place of pain and suffering, all beings to extent will feel that. So we try to practice in a way that is more aware and conscious so we deliver the best experience possible. So on that note, let's begin. Sit up tall and straight, close the eyes. Bring the attention within. At the moment of creation, what existed? God was always there and will still be there beyond the ends of this universe. Tune your mind to the supreme divine consciousness that is within and all around us. Om. Fix your mind on that alone. Rest your thoughts in that alone. And in that, you will live hereafter. Of this, there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering, and may we acquire the intellect to attain that knowledge. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. To make this practice even more powerful, more meaningful, and even better than meditation, renounce all the fruits. Think of this as your divine duty to all beings everywhere. Just do it because it must be done. So now let's do the mantra for purification to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you don't know it, just pretend you're channeling the guru through your voice. Move your lips, you derive all the benefits as though you're chanting it perfectly. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabhaya Bihantraha Schihi. Let's do spiritual breathing in order to connect deeper with the divine within. Establish yourselves deeply in the spiritual heart. So located in the center of the chest and the right side of the physical heart. Arms up from the fingertips down through the arms. We inhale right into the heart. The best, the best. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding all the attention and breath at the heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out to the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale down the best, the best. Bring it right into the spiritual heart. It's like a direct path to God. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it all in the spiritual heart again. Hold the attention and the breath there. Exhale out to the arms. Just the breath leaves. Everything that pulled in stays within. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, inhale everything you need down through the arms right into the spiritual heart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it all in the heart as an offering to God who resides there. Exhale out to the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now. So let's do Anuloma Viloma. It's an alternate nostril breathing that helps to calm the mind. When the mind is calm, is perhaps less susceptible to being influenced by cravings and desires. Cravings and desires can lead to attachments, which ultimately brings us to a state of suffering. So we calm the mind to make it more conducive to meditation. So For this technique, left hand in Jnana Mudra, the Mudra consciousness on the left knee, right hand, second, third fingers full down to the palm. Then turn a palm towards you. This is Vishnu Mudra with your palm away. When you turn a palm towards you, it's no longer Vishnu Mudra. But we use the right thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left. Inhale for 8 counts and close the nose, nostrils completely before you exhale through the right, back through the right, close both nostrils, and then out through the left. You can imagine a breath moving down on the inhale towards the root of the spine and up, back up on the exhale. Okay, so watch the movement of the breath to keep the mind occupied. So breathe out completely, empty the lungs. Close out the right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale down through the left. I'm just signaling the movement of the breath, the direction of the breath. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close left, open right, exhale back up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down to the right. Inhale, fill up the lungs, inflate and lift the chest. 5, 6, 7, 8. Close right, open left, exhale back up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was one cycle. Keep going. Inhale down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close left, open right, back up, exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down to the right again. The breath should be even and steady. Close right, open left, exhale back up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Down, inhale, fill up the lungs, raise the chest. Close left, open right, exhale, back up. Down to the right. Once you get the gist of it, you can close your eyes. And exhale left. Keep watching, move the breath. Down left. Exhale right. Back up. Down to the right. If you lose your focus, have no worries, have concern. Just keep trying. And exhale left. Just keep returning as many times as you need to your attention to the breath. Down left. Exhale right. Down to the right. Count mentally to yourself evenly. Exhale left. Down left. Exhale right. Down right. And back up left. Exhale. Down through the left. In. Exhale right. Back up. Down to the right. When you're doing it at home, try for at least 12 cycles. Exhale left. Then you start to really feel the prana. Down through the left. Exhale back up through the right. Down to the right. And back up through the left. Let's do one more round. Inhale down, left. Exhale to the right. Down to the right. When you're doing this at home, you can also slow down or speed up according to your breath capacity, your lung capacity. And exhale left. Right hand down on the right knee in Yana Mudra. Take a moment to observe the state of the body, the mind, and emotions. Have no expectations of what you should or should not feel. Have no attachment to any result. Think of the practice as an offering. Offer up all the fruits of the practice. Everything is meant to be shared. The highest form of selfless service is to share the knowledge that helps to break the patterns that cause pain and suffering. Establish yourselves deeply within the heart and think, act, and speak in a way that is compassionate, or try to your best to do so. So now let's bring that into our practice. Remember that God is present in all beings, so celebrate all the beautiful ways that God is present in this world through all the different forms. Let's come to standing. So starting off, since it's morning, early morning, we do quite a few warm-ups just to warm up the body, prepare the body for the practice. So we'll start off, this helps also to help to remove impurities through generating some heat. So this one, we're imagining we're trying to remove the impurities from the organs. The technique is to inhale deeply, exhale down, empty the lungs, relax the belly muscles, and just start to throw the belly button against the front of the spine very, very fast. Feel all the organs being shaken. Imagine all the impurities just dropping out, being shaken out. Do as long as you can. Try for at least 50 times even. Now push the belly button into the front of the spine. Keep holding the breath out. Feel as though you're trying to push the belly button right through the lower back, the heart between the shoulder blades. And then coming back up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Let's try it again. Inhale. Exhale. Empty the lungs completely. Stay empty. Relax the belly muscles again. Make the belly button jump in and out. Push the belly button again into the front of the spine. Keep holding the breath out. And then coming back up. Breathe in and breathe out. So now we'll start on those exercises, warm-ups, to move all the joints. Okay, so stand with your hands on the hips. Start to move the head first. Take it around and around. The ears to the shoulders, chin to the chest, back of the head to the top of the back. Go in the opposite sense now. If you can, move more quickly in order to build the heat more quickly in the joints. Now inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale down, and continue. Inhale straight up, spread the fingers, exhale, pull the arms down, form fists as the hands come down. Now inhale in front, exhale, snap them back to the shoulders. Throw the arms back and forth. Try to get the arms behind the ears. Move again according to your condition. And now next, arms across the chest. On the inhale, exhale, throw them back. Alternate the cross each time, left arm over the right, and then the right arm over the left. Next time the arms come across. Important thing is to just try to move the joints in every which way possible. Exercise your full range of motion. Next one, arms up over the head, inhale. Exhale, swing the body down. Allow the belly to hit the thighs. You can bend your knees a little bit as you're coming down. And one more. Just allow the body to hang out for a moment. Allow the head to just, allow the body to stop shaking and bouncing. And then roll your way back up. Next one, there is a squat. So if you can't come down all the way, just come down as far as your knees allow. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, drop down. Next, arms come out to the sides and swing from side to side. You can breathe out each time you go from one side at the limit of your twist. Now back to the center. Next one has 4 movements. Again, there is a squat, there's also a jump. So if you need to modify, you can just lift your heels. And again, just go as far as your thighs allow, your knees allow. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Be like a child, stay in the mindset of a child, and you'll always be enthusiastic and happy. Next one, arms in front, about the height of the shoulders. Inhale, circle around to the front to the same height. Exhale, pull in and punch right back out. The arms feel sort of like they're spring-loaded. Next one, the arms by sides of the body. Inhale, circle around to the front, so you're going a circle and a quarter. Exhale, pull in and drop the arms right down. Next, we open up the feet, the toes beyond the edges of the mat, going from side to side now. Left arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the right, right arm up, inhale. Exhale to the left. As Dharmaji says, just move the body every day or you end up in big trouble. Keep on moving. Good. Next one, it's the same movement, but the breathing's a little bit different. Left arm up, inhale, hold the breath, bend to the right. Stretch. Increase the stretch as you hold the breath. Exhale, come back up. Come up with the right arm and then go to left. Hold the breath again. Exhale, back up. Keep going. Imagine you had weights attached to all the fingertips, allowing you to sink a little bit deeper into the bend. And back up. Go to the other side. Try to avoid creating too many wrinkles in the underside of the body, in this case, the left side. And back up. You can also pivot on your foot, the left foot in this case. Allow the toes to follow the same line as the rest of your leg. And back, that might make it a little bit more comfortable. Adapt according to your needs and your body. And keep going. All the movements graceful. And then the other way. Make like grass blowing in the wind or bending in the wind. We try to keep the mind in a quiet, meditative state throughout the practice. Move in a way that doesn't promote disturbance, restlessness, agitation of the mind. All the movements fluid, quiet, and graceful. If you're not used to moving in the morning, it's important to keep trying and just move again according to your condition with constant practice, anger, determination, and adherence to ethical rules. And that is to say, compassion in the practice, exercising compassion to yourself. All is coming. Remembering we're doing it for all beings, so practice in a way that doesn't incur pain and suffering and anxiety for yourself, because all beings to an extent are being affected by that. Good. Let's do one more on each side. Reach up and then bend. Go to your limit. And back. And then the other way. With constant repetition comes the ease, comes rapid progress. And back up. So now let's come onto the hands and knees. So, many of you may know this cat-cow. So hands underneath your shoulders, wrists in line with your shoulders. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, stretch the belly skin. And then the back skin. Inhale. Push the chest forward and down. Exhale, push it right up between the shoulder blades. Same with the belly button. Inhale, press it down. Exhale, push it right in as though you're trying to push it right through the lower back. Inhale. Telescope your neck out of the shoulders so the back neck doesn't get all wrinkled. Exhale, bring the chin in, but still feel as though you have a space between your chin and your chest. Inhale. Exhale. We want to keep allowing the breath to pass easily. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, telescope your trunk out of the hips. Try not to crunch the lower back. Exhale, try to move in a way that doesn't create any kinks in this line of the back and the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So come back to neutral position. The next one's for the hips. So we're swinging the right leg up and then out to the side. If you find this difficult, you can stand up, place your left hand on the wall and just swing the leg back and forth. Okay, so that's another way you can do it. If you're doing it this way, inhale, raise the leg up, inhale, exhale, swing it out to the right, and then back up on the exhale, and then back up. So inhale up, exhale out to the side, and continue. You can bend your knee, you can slow it down if you need to. And then the left leg up and then out to the side. And trying to get your toes right over the head. Good. And now, this one is for the upper back muscles. You can use a cushion if you like. Place it underneath your body, the edge of the cushion at the tops of the legs. This helps make it a little bit more comfortable so your hips are not grinding into the ground. Take your hands behind your back. If you can, join them together. Press down to the hips, the thighs, and the tops of the feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. Squeeze the buttocks and the upper back muscles. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down, up, down. Do as many reps as you can. Up, down, up, down, up, down. This last one, we hold it. Up, and down. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Okay, so next one. The arms out in front. You can raise both arms and legs at the same time on an inhale and exhale back down. You can alternate, so the left arm and the right leg come up, and then you switch the right arm and the left leg. If you have more strength, so you can bring both legs up at the same time, and as the body comes down, the momentum of the body coming down, the heart, the chest covering the ground, will throw the upper body up. So it looks like this. Continue with whichever option. Don't use your hands too much. It might actually stop the flow momentum. Just a light touch. And then swing. And then down. So you have to take it easy at first when you're learning these exercises. Gauge your ability level and then adjust accordingly. Breathe in, breathe out. Of course, you have any back issues, and that one might be a little bit too intense. So again, you modify the movement. So now, the seat goes back behind the heels. 4 movements. Inhale, come up on an inhale in the high cat. Exhale, drop your hips in your hands, chest forward, the head back. Bhujangasana. Inhale into high cat. Exhale, the seat goes back. Inhale, Madhyasana cat. Exhale, cobra. And then reverse it. Cat. And child's pose. Inhale, move gracefully. Moving away again, that doesn't create sharp bends in the lower back or the back of the neck. Inhale. Exhale, imagine the spine is a continuous conduit of energy, of vital force. So you don't want to stop the flow. Inhale. Exhale through those sharp angles. Inhale. Exhale, uncoil gracefully. And back up, coiling inwards. Exhale, back down. Inhale, rounding. Exhale, arching the back, flexing the spine. Inhale. Rounding. Exhale, flattening and lengthening. And then start the next cycle up and forward. Good. Wave the body, wave the spine, and all the way back. You can pretend you're a wave emerging from the ocean and then reaching its full height and then starting to crest and then disappear back in the water, and then the next wave just follows. and forward. And then back in, chin in the chest, and all the way back down. Again, create a space like you're holding a ball underneath your chin so that you don't cut off the air passage. Inhale. Exhale, create space as much as you can. Up in your movements and forward. Inhale. And back. Up and forward. Through these practices, when we try to keep our mind and our hearts one-pointed on offering, our devotion, the mind becomes expansive. And up, expansive, not expensive, and forward, in case I didn't pronounce that quite clearly. Up and back, and one more. Up and forward, shoulders back, heart wide open in every sense. And then back up. And then all the way back, feet behind the heels. Breathe in, breathe out all fatigue. Good. Next one, we're going to slide into Cobra on an inhale, or if you can't slide, another entry is to just come back into baby plank. Drop your hips, shoulders back, and take the head back. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And then take it back on an exhale. If you can glide, slide your belly along the ground, between the arms, hold the breath, hold the pose. Try not to lose the neck. Keep the shoulders down, telescope your neck out of the shoulders. And back, exhale. Glide forward. Pull with your arms as though you're trying to pull the floor towards the body. This might propel the body forward with more power and ease. And back, exhale. Put yourself in the body of what you're representing. Imagine having that boundless range of motion like the serpent. Copy them physically. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back. Come forward again. Try to, when you hold the pose, try to, and then imagine again, you're trying to remove all the wrinkles from the back body, at the lower back, especially in the back of the neck. And back, exhale. Glide forward. You have to see yourself in a form, surrender to the form, and then you may find the ease. Put yourself in the same mindset of that which you were representing. And back, exhale. And come forward, and then the mind becomes still and as comfortable as though that you were in your own body. That was your own body. And back. So now let's work a few more joints. If you like, your hips will come right behind your hands. Press into your fingertips, tent the hands. Bring your feet up. You have to open your knees a little bit so you can get your toes towards or maybe on your head. And back. Doesn't matter if they don't touch. Just try your best. Just imagine you're squeezing socks behind your knees. Just engaging different muscles and more muscles. Press into your fingertips. Keep your hips, the pelvis on the ground. And back. Otherwise, the feet won't come up quite as high. Come forward. Hold the breath, hold the pose, be like the mighty cobra. Embrace, embody all their qualities. Be regal and wise, fierce and fearless. And back, become one with the form. Come forward, you become what you believe, you become what you see in your imagination. So we try to cultivate a boundless one. You can only go as far as your imagination. And back, exhale. Come forward. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back. One more, make it your best yet. Roll the shoulders down. Telescope your neck out of the shoulders. The whole body from the tops of the legs up off the ground. And back. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Good. So now come onto your belly and then flip onto your back. So arms out over the head, stretch the body, inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Tuck the chin in towards the knees towards the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze in tight. Make a ball of your little ball with your body. Inhale. Exhale, pull in. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze your elbows outside your knees. Your elbows, bring your fists in front over your knees, and see if you can get your forehead to your knees, your hands. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze tight. Inhale. Exhale, peel your shoulders up off the mat. Push them against the knees. If you can, inhale. Come up. Use your core so you can bring your head up a little bit higher. And your shoulders up a little bit higher. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze tight. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Continue the same movement. The breathing's a little bit different now. Inhale. Hold the breath this time as you come into the tuck. Then hold the position. Everything stops. All the attention between this in the space between the eyebrows. Release, exhale. Inhale. And again, come into the tuck. You can place one fist in front of the other so you can get your forehead to your hands. And release. No matter, again, if it doesn't, just do your best. Inhale. Hold the breath and tuck. It's the effort that's most important, not the results. And the intention behind the practice of offering. And back, that is a transformative force. Inhale. And pull in tightly. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Release, exhale. Inhale. And squeeze tight. Everything stops. All the attention to the space between the eyebrows. Release. Inhale, stretch. Hold. Even though the bodies might be experiencing discomfort, be unaffected like the witness. It's the body that's feeling it, experiencing it, not you. Inhale. Hold and tuck. And back. 2 more. Inhale, reach. And then pull in and tuck. And last one. Exhale. Inhale, stretch. And then bring it in. And then release. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, imagine that you just fainted. You can imagine you just fell from a building. All the muscles just instantly release. Good, now the arms come over the head and then swing the legs up. Plant your feet and come up. Or just roll up and come up into standing any which way you can. So now we're coming to the front of the mat. Surya Namaskara, hands to the heart. So now body's a little bit more warm. We can maybe try to move a little bit more quickly. Hands to the heart. Continue to build the heat and continue to offer up the practices, offer up the postures. Raise your arms up over the head, arch back. Fold the body down. Bend your knees if you need to. Bring your hands flat on the ground. Right foot back, lower down the knee, drop down to the seat. Come into the high plank. Knees, chest, forehead down. Come right through between your arms. Press into your hands. See if you can lift your hips and knees away from the ground. Upward facing dog. Otherwise, keep your legs on the ground if you need to. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now the heads come down below the arms. Try to get your heels down. So this first one, we'll just work a little bit. Bounce. Try to get your... If you're flexible, you can try to get your forehead to the ground and stretch the backs of the legs again by pressing your heels down, belly towards the thighs. Now the right foot comes forward to the hands, drop down to the seat. Feet together, Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right to standing, reach up and back. Stretch the whole front of the body. Come back home, hands to the heart. Go up and back again. Don't worry about the breath. Move the body in a way that allows the breath to remain steady and even. Left foot back. Just move the body. The breath will follow and deliver more power and ease the movements. Knees, chest, forehead down, through into upward facing dog. Stay here this time. Bend the toes under, and then if you feel comfortable, do so. Push the shoulders back, bounce a little bit here. Look like a dog howling at the moon. Now back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make like a dog who's loyal to its master. The shape is like a dog stretching its back. Now the left foot comes forward to the hands quietly. So you're doing this, if it's a difficult transition, you can't get the foot very far, you can lower the right knee down, and you can also use the left hand to push the foot forward. And now the feet come together, chest on the thighs, head down, come right up to standing, reach up and back. And then come back home, hands to the heart. Engage your buttocks and the upper back as you go back. Fold the body down in half, Uttanasana. Right foot back. Into the plank, knees, chest, forehead down, through into upward facing dog or cobra, shoulders back, make sure don't lose a neck, back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. The right foot forward, remember you can lower the left knee down before you bring your right foot forward, feet together, Uttanasana. Come up and stand, standing salute, hands back to the heart. Go up and back. And go down, Uttanasana. Left foot back. Into the high plank. Down we go. Swim right through the arms. Press into the hands. Lift your hips. Charge your legs up. Upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward to the hands. Feet together, Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing. And back home. Let's add on. Stretch the arms up over the head. This time as you come down, bend your knees, your belly on your thighs, join your hands, if you can, behind your back, or keep them separate if you need to. Pull your hands over your shoulders. Belly stays with your thighs. The right foot back, back knee down. Drop down to the seat, Kapyasana. Reach the arms up. Drop your shoulders down and go back. Allow the head to go back a little bit more. Keep the lower back pressing in. And then come back into high plank. Knees, chest, forehead down. Through into upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. The right leg up, three-legged dog. Bring the foot between the hands. Try to move your shoulders in line with your fingertips so the foot lands softly. Drop your seat down, raise your arms up. So sometimes the hands are stuck in the front of the head. But keep raising your arms up, drop your shoulders down. See if you can pull the arms back, maybe eventually behind the head. Arch the back. And then swing your hands down, hold your breath, belly stays on your thighs, and then the left foot comes forward to meet the right, Uttanasana. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. And then always coming back home. Always coming back to the heart, move from the heart. Infuse all the movements with love and devotion and compassion. Belly on your thighs, pull arms up. If you're flexible, your seat comes over your heels, maybe your legs straight, or eventually end up straight. Now the left foot goes back. Back knee down. Kapyasana. Sink your seat all the way forward. That helps you keep the balance. Bring the arms all the way up and back again as far as you can. And then take your hands back down. Into the high plank. Down we go. And through to upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg goes up, three-legged dog, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step up between your hands, back knee down, reach up and back, radiate your light from within like the crescent moon reflects the light of the sun. Hold your breath, swing your hands behind the back. If you can, without touching your fingers to the ground, then the right foot comes forward to meet the left. Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing, reach up and back. And then back home. Good, now raise your arms up, flowing from one pose to the next, like you're doing a divine dance devotion. Belly on your thighs, push your body into your legs, try to get your head closer to your feet, the chest below the knees. Right foot back, Kapyasana. Reach up and back, and come back down. Into your high plank, knees, chest, forehead down. If you have other entries like Chaturanga, if you like to do, go ahead into upward facing dog or cobra, Adho Mukha Svanasana. The right leg up and send it right between your hands. Back knee down again. Try to move gracefully, no loud, jerky or heavy movements or aggressive movements. The left foot comes in to meet the right, Uttanasana. Come right up. Remember, it's an offering. So you want to make it as magnificent as possible, as beautiful as possible. Hands to the heart. Go up and back, and always allowing the mind to stay in that quiet, undisturbed mind state. Uttanasana. Try to bring your forehead to your shins if your legs are perfectly straight. Left leg goes back. Into Kapiyasana, reach up and back, lean away from the front leg, and then come back down into your high plank. Ashtanga Namaskara, through into upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg up, and then bring the foot between the hands, ever so softly. Kapiyasana, reach up and back, stretch, and then swing your hands behind the back. Join your feet together, Uttanasana. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. And then back home. Good, arms up. Keep on going. Move forward in every sense, not only physically, but mentally and spiritually as well. Right leg back into your Kapiyasana. And then hands back down into high plank. So if you're strong, you can take your seat back and see if you can come through without dropping your legs to the ground. You have to push your base of your toes, push your elbows into the body, and turn the fingers out helps as well. Upward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right leg up, the foot comes to your hands, back knee down. Again, stretch, lean away from the front leg. Break the pose, belly on your thighs, hands come behind the back, pull them up as high as you can off your back. Come right up to standing, salutes, and back home. Every posture has a certain consciousness, tap into it. In that one, we're opening yourself up to divine grace, surrendering to divine service. This one is a gesture of humility. Left foot back, reach up and back. Let go of all expectations, let go of all attachment to the results. Into your high plank, bring your seat back. If you like, see if you can come through again without dropping your legs to the ground. Upward facing dog, do according to your strength, of course. And back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg up, the foot comes between your hands. Back knee down, drop down to the seat. Reach up and back, and then come forward. Belly on your thighs, push the feet together, push the body into your legs, forehead towards your shins. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. And then back home. Good, take pause here for a moment from the breath, from the heart. Inhale the love from the heart up to the crown. Hold the breath, imagine the love going out to all beings everywhere. Exhale back down to the heart, remain established in divine love. So just demonstrate the next sun salutation version. Some of you might know it. You can modify according to your abilities. You raise your arms up. You go down, bend your knees, plant your hands, jump back, landing chaturanga, hovering above the ground, into upward facing dog. So for that one, if you can't jump, you just walk back into your plank and lower down onto your belly or just hovering above the ground, onto downward facing dog. Jump your feet to the hands or walk and all the way up. Okay, and then we go right to the next one. No stopping. So 4 times. Go down, plant your hands, hold the breath, bend your elbows as you're going back so you land softly. Into downward facing dog. Jump your feet to the hands right away. Go up and back, right down for the next one. Bring your feet forward, reach up and back, Hasta Uttanasana. Right next into chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing. Feet to the hands, reach up and back, and come forward again and down. Plant your hands back. Urdhva Mukha to Adho Mukha. Feet to the hands, reach up and back, and then hands to the heart. Charge the body. Bring your arms by sides of the body. Tadasana. Be like a mountain, steady, quiet, and magnificent and grand. From the base of the spine, inhale up to the crown, which is like the summit of the mountain. Exhale back down to the base of the spine, which is like represented the base of the mountain. Be unmovable and unshakable in your devotion to the practice of serving others. Now come to let's do a few balance poses here, balance sequences. Stand on the left foot. If you can, take hold of the right heel and take your leg out to the side, ballet pose. Try to have your toes and fingers on the same line. Be more flexible, you might look like a letter Y. The leg comes up higher, lean towards the left. If you're having trouble balancing, you can bring your left hand on the wall or stand with your back against the wall. You can look up if you find a balance. Exude the grace and the magnificence of a dancer. Good. Now from here, we're going to let go of the foot. Try not to let go of the foot too fast so the leg can come down with control. Swing it right back, right into gliding eagle. Bend your left knee. Land your belly on your thigh. You can take your hands to the ground if you're losing your balance. Your arms go out to the side like the wings of a magnificent bird. The head about the height of the knee, the foot higher than the hip. Now see if you can curve your back a little bit. Push the shoulders back, the chin forward. Good. Press into your left foot. Let's see if we can come right back up into the previous pose. Take hold of the heel. If you're having trouble straightening your leg, you can also hold your hand underneath your knee. Good. And then break the pose. Try it on the other side. Anchor down to the right foot. Fix your gaze on a point about 3 feet in front. Something that doesn't move is always helpful to keep the balance. Wherever you are is perfect if you're trying your best. Don't worry if you fall out of the pose. Come right back up again. Good. Now let go of the foot. Engage your leg muscles in the core. So when you bring your leg down, it doesn't come down, crashing down. Bend your right knee. If you can do it without dropping your foot to the ground in between, perfect. If it falls down to the ground, still perfect. Just dance with whatever happens. Now so you can imagine you're soaring through the air like an eagle. Arch your back if you can. Bring your toes all the way up to the limit. Press into your right foot, hold the breath. This helps engage your leg muscles. Hold the left heel again from the inside. If you can, right back up into ballet pose. And then break the pose, come back down. Good, charge the body, take a deep breath in. From everywhere, imagine the best is coming in through the spine, up to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere throughout, inside, within, and to out to all beings. Now come to the back of the mat. Left foot forward, left fingertips down, not too close to the foot, about 14 or 16 inches away. And this might help you to open up a little bit more. If you need, you can use a block if you can't open up much, or you can even bring your left knee on the ground if you need to. Open up. You can look up at the hand above you, bring your toes up, point the toes, keep the fingers together. Now if you can, bend your left knee, anchor left foot down, take hold of the right foot. If you need to, you bring the right knee in towards the body, take hold of the leg close just above the ankle, and then push the foot if you can away from your body. If you can look down. If you have good balance, hold your breath. So you can take your left hand to your heart. If you can even reach for your foot, take your foot in towards your seat, and push a foot out again away from the body. Release the left hand back down and bring the right foot back down. Lift your heels, step on your heels and press the heels into your palms at the same time. Imagine you're lifting up, trying to lift up your heels, but your heels are still pressing into your hands. Shoulders press against the knees. If your legs are straight, your forehead can come to your shins as well. And then come all the way back up. Try it on the other side now. Right foot forward, right fingertips down. Lift the palms so you can get more height. Left leg comes up and then turn to your left. Left arm comes up as well. Center your shoulders and the hips are in the same line. Try not to bend your wrist. Make the pose as pretty as possible. And then from here, Bend your right knee. If you need to, bring your left knee right in towards your belly so you can take your leg, find the foot a little bit, the leg a little bit more easily. And then push your foot all the way up and away again, like you're doing a bow pose. You'd feel it stretch all along the front of the body. And you can stay there or look down and then hold your breath, the hip over the heel in the same line. Take your right hand to the heart. Maybe if you have the flexibility and the balance, take your hand to the foot as well. All according to your abilities. Just keep trying. Put in some effort. No effort is wasted. Right hand down, left foot comes back down. Again, Uttanasana. Any version you like, or you can step on your hands, push your heels down into your palms, lift your seat. Imagine trying to get your heart below the knees. A gesture of deep humbleness here. Roll your way back up. Charge the body, inhale again. Imagine the best coming into the body. Up all the way to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere throughout. Keep sharing with all beings. Separate your feet now. You're facing the long edge of the mat. Turn to your left. Virabhadrasana. Sink down into your hips. Shoulders, fingers in the same line. If you're more flexible, you can bring your knee over the toes a little bit. Make sure your knee's not popping in. Try to bring your knees over your two middle toes. Now be strong and courageous and determined like the warrior. Exude those qualities. They're already within, you just have to turn them on. So from here, we're going to turn to the front, lower the knee, flatten out the toes. Arms come up if you can. Reach up, drop your shoulders down, wiggle shoulders back. Kapyasana again, push your lower back up and in. This is why the Dharma Ji likes to do lots of downward facing dogs to prepare for this pose. Offer it up. If it's too much for your shoulders, you can either take your hands to your knee and lean away from the knee, or the hands to your back. If your hands are on the back, your wrists are on the palms are on the seat, and imagine trying to remove all the wrinkles underneath your hands on the skin. The skin of the back is completely smooth. Good. Now break the pose. Come your hands on the inside of the left foot. Move the left foot out to the edge of the mat. Lift the knee. Push back and forth a few times. The more you lengthen, the more the body will come closer to the ground. Push back through the right heel. Lower the knee. Flatten out the toes. Now if your hips are not close to the ground, just stay on your hands and just allow the hips to sink. If your hips are low enough, fall onto your right form, roll back to your left, both sides your hips down about the same height or maybe right on the ground. And when your hips are down, maybe the rest of the body will fall. The pelvis, the belly, and the chest will come down. Make sure your knee's not falling out to the side. So not like this, nor like this. Keep your knee and your heel in the same line, and your knee should stay close to the shoulder. Be like a lizard now. Be still. Imagine just basking in the sun like that lizard. Good. Now come back onto the hands. Slide your foot back. Bend the toes under and the back foot. Your legs should look like a box. If you can lift your foot up easily, you know it's in the right place. Okay, so now just turn this way again. Right arm up. Angle the toe and knee towards the right. Anchor in place with your left hand so you can bring your right arm down. Try to get your armpit eventually on the outside of the knee. Left hand pushes into your right. So we push down at this point. Left hand into the right. Belly comes higher and higher. You're trying to get the center of the chest behind your thumbs. Take the left shoulder all the way back. Look over your shoulder, chest facing, and the face facing up. If you have other variations, you can go ahead. You can see if you can take your back knee up off the ground. If you want to take a bind, you can do that as well. Bend your fingers in towards your wrist, inside the wrist. Turn more to your left. Use your left hand if you need to slip your right arm underneath. Then you can take your bind underneath your belly and your thigh. Break the pose. Coming back to face the long edge of the mat. Good. Now from here, Prasarita Padottanasana. You can take your hands to your ankles. If you're more flexible, you can slip your hands underneath your feet. So you're stepping on fingers, extend the head out, and then come right in between your feet. If you can, try to get your head down between your feet. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. Pull on your feet. You can stay here. Those of you can come into headstand can go ahead if you know that. That's transition. Your hands, fingers are behind your heels. Your arms are at right angles. You're in a tripod. Press into your hands and straddle all the way up. Other entries you can also bring, if you can't get up that way, you bring your feet behind your wrists, very close. Your seat is over your shoulders more or less. Just press underneath your knees against your elbows and then see if you can pull your toes away from the ground, even if you do this. And even if you keep your toes on the ground, remember, all perfect, move according to your condition. Come to a place where you can be in stillness. You can leave the body alone and the mind goes quiet. And now come back down, press into your hands, control the descent. Come back the same way as you entered. If you're straddling down, hold your breath. It's coming closer to the ground. Engage your muscles so you can bring your feet in the same place. Come up. Counter it by turning your toes out. Walk your feet in a little bit. Easy Chakrasana, hands to your seat. Bring your hips forward, your knees over your toes, beyond your toes even. Push into your seat, pull down. Lift the chest, allow the head to go back. Do it slowly, don't go too fast. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. Those who are more flexible can slide your hands and comfortable. Slide your hands down the backs of your legs, land them just underneath your knees. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. Use your thumbs. The thumbs come a little bit further forward between your legs. Maybe you can bring your hands down to your feet if you're quite flexible. Now walk your way back. If your hands are on your legs, walk them up the backs of the legs, push them into your seat and come back up. Good. So now you're going to the right, turn the right foot forward. Virabhadrasana, come down nice and low. Look over the front hand. Be steadfast like the warrior, always ready to serve. Back knee down, turn to the front, flatten out the toes. Kapyasana again. Reach back, lean away from the front leg. Push the lower back up and in. Again, curve the spine again without creating without feeling a sense of real crunching in the back, lower back. Keep the lines of the spine smooth. Good. Now coming back from the pose, hands on the inside of the right foot, and move the right foot out to the edge of the mat. Go back and forth again. Push one more time through the left heel, lower the knee down, flatten out the toes, and fall to your left on your left form. Roll back to the right. If you're very flexible, your hips are already very close or on the ground, you can take your right arm to the outside of the foot. Keep telescoping head and chest forward and try to get your body down as close to the ground as possible, maybe even flat on the ground. Be still like a lizard, merge with the form. Now come back onto the hands, Parivrita Pashakanasana. Come back up, bend the toes under the back foot. Again, do a little test, see if you can lift your foot up off the ground. Anchor it in place, left arm up. Turn a knee and a toes towards the left to get a little bit more, create a little bit more space for the left arm to come down. The right hand push into your left. If your hands are at the shoulders, keep pushing down. Same time, raise the body up as though you're trying to get your belly over the thigh. The center of the chest will come behind your thumbs. Roll the right shoulder back. Push the hip back, the right hip back. Telescope your head forward so your back stays long before twisting. And then lift the left knee up if you can. If you want to take the bind, go ahead. Right arm assists the left arm underneath the leg. You have to keep trying, otherwise in 20 years, as Dharmaji says, you'll still be in the same place in your practice. Keep up the effort. And then your progress will motivate you to keep on going. Break the pose. Let's come into high plank this time. On your left hand, go to the right, Vasisthasana, side plank. If your hips are dropping and dropping into your shoulder, just lower your left knee down on the ground. Do it from here. Your left knee in line with your hip. Push your hips forward. Come back to plank. Go on the other side now. Go to the other side. Stand on your right hand, straight line from the heels all the way to the fingertips. All the way to the top of the head, sorry, from hand to hand. Straight line as well. Come back to plank. From here, bring your seat back. Get ready to come forward. Bend your knees. Come forward into a squat, into a chair more like. So tuck your tail, shoulders over your seat. Lift your heels up if you can. Control the descent. Your legs might start to shake. Remember, it's the body that's experiencing this, not the true self. Come down lower and lower. The heels come up higher and higher as you're coming down. Make as though you're sliding down a wall with your back. Once your seat is right behind your heels, tuck your chin in. Press your seat down behind your heels. Bring your legs up. One fluid motion. Come into plow pose. Your seat, depending on your flexibility, might be behind your shoulders. And you can just keep your hands on your back if your feet don't touch down behind your head. More flexible, bring your seat up a little bit higher so they're over your shoulders. Join your hands behind your back. Try and move your elbows closer together. And then you can either keep your legs straight, your feet all the way back behind your head as far as possible to feel the back stretch. You can also lower your knees down and squeeze knees into the ears. Withdraw from your senses. Shut out all the distractions coming through the eyes and ears. Getting ready to break the pose, hands behind the back. Press into your arms, keep your legs close to your body as long as possible, or on your body as long as possible as you're making the descent. Make sure it's controlled. Your palms are down on the ground behind your back, your thumbs maybe touching, your index fingers touching. Eventually your seat will land on the hands and lower your legs down and stop when you're halfway down. Now lift your back up off the ground, pull your elbows in closer to one another, lift the chest, shoulders back, the head down. At this point, if your legs, if it's too much, keep your legs up, bring your feet down to the ground. Bhastrika breath, breathe very fast again through the nose. Bring your head back down. Bring your feet down from here, right into bridge pose. Your feet are right in front of your seat. Lift your seat up. Move your arms underneath your body like you're trying to hide them underneath your body from on top. If you're looking from above, you can't see your arms anymore. You can interlace your fingers. Press your hands down in the ground. They're underneath your seat. See if you can feel where your knees are. If they're over your toes, you feel it over the toes. Push your hips up higher. Try to get your chest right against your chin. The chest looking like a wall. So you can stay here, or if you can do Urdhva Dhanurasana. Take your hands now beside your head, a little bit behind, fingers facing away. Press into your fingertips and then slide onto the top of the head. Turn your hands around and then see if you can lift your head up off the ground. If you want, you can lift your heels as well. Stretch the whole front of the body. You can rock back and forth a few times. Remember, you can stay in bridge pose if it's too much. Know your limitations. And then come back down softly, head on the ground, and release. Breathe in, breathe out, all fatigue. So now just sit up any which way you like. Legs out in front. You can bend your knees if you need to. Arms up. I like to start with the knees bent. Hinge forward the hips. Land your belly on your thighs. You can either hug your legs to your body like so, or take hold of your feet if you're more flexible, and then you can slide your heels all the way out. Keep your belly with your thighs. Imagine trying to get your chest beyond the knees now. Try to imagine the top of the head is going to touch the front of the feet at any moment. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Breathe out, sink more weight to the body into your legs. Feel as though your body were melting into the legs. The weight of the body on the legs might allow your hamstrings to release a little bit more. Sometimes visualization helps. Using your imagination, you can realize more. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper into the poses. Now come back up, hands behind your back, bench pose. Feet come in a little bit and point the toes and the fingers out. The feet are about 12 inches apart, 10 to 12 inches apart. Push your hips up. Try not to sag in between. Straight line from the knees through the hips all the way to the shoulders, and then the head, and then the top of the head. By bringing your head back. Try to get your chest and keep your chest higher than the shoulders. Breathe very fast. Make the belly jump again. Belly button jump. Lower the seat down, keep your knees together, right hand behind the back, left arm up. Go to the right. Try not to lean back. Keep your hand right against the center of the back. Look over your right shoulder. Feel the twist starting at the base of the spine and moving all the way up. Keep the spine long and straight. Go to the other side, left hand behind the back, right arm up. Go to the left. Imagine trying to push your knees beyond the right edge of the body. You can imagine you can see right through your skin that the spine spiraling upwards. Perhaps this will allow you to go a little bit deeper into the twist. Try to get your chin over your back shoulder. Break the pose, lie down on the back. Allow the body to just completely melt. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, remove all fatigue, remove all effort, all tension. Feel the body sinking down. And just put yourself in a place, this mindset of gratitude. Imagine that you're receiving the best of the best coming from everywhere around. Everyone, all beings projecting their love, because that is our true nature, divine, infinite love. Through the practice, we come back to that highest self, that true nature, which is infinite, immutable, and stainless. And through the practice, we cultivate compassion, loving, respecting, and revering all forms, because God is within. And if we can see God in all the forms, we can really imagine God is in all forms, how can we want to hurt any being? The best of the best is coming to you, and it comes in fuller force when you're always acting with compassion, with love. As you attract good karma. So make that your goal each and every day. not just on the mat, but in your day-to-day lives as well. All your actions, thoughts, and words have to an certain extent are affecting everybody and everything. So be aware of what you're putting out there. Now, it's time to put that into practice in your day-to-day lives. So prepare gently, reverently, and quietly. Make your way back to seated position. Move in a way that doesn't disturb the mind, that doesn't disrupt this state of quietness. We'll close with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within. Send it out to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. If you need to do more Shavasana, I invite you, of course, to go ahead and allow the benefits to further integrate. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry for the earlier start today. Just have to get going. Road trip ahead today. Okay, so hope to see you soon. Much love as always. Take care. Bye-bye.